Hi everyone. This video is intended for my students that are learning to code using Python. The purpose for this video is to show online tools that you can use where you can enter code and test your code. So I asked ChatGPT and I also asked Claude. So first you see on the screen the result from ChatGPT and I say, well, where can I get free online tools? And it came back with a list. On top of the list and the top recommendation is Google Colab. So yes, Google Colab is free. I use it a lot. And you can not only use Colab to test your code, but you can save it on Google Drive. There are a few other tools like Replit that is being used widely in some of the courses that I teach. There's Python Anywhere, and a few others. So you can always go to ChatGPT and ask the same question. I did the same for Claude. Now in Claude, in this particular case, he already knew a little bit about me. And I asked the same question, copy and paste. And again, it came back with Google Colab on top. So Google Colab is quite popular. I've used it myself. I've used it in classes that I have taken myself. My professors themselves, they use it. And so there you have it. It's very popular. And I'm going to show you what it looks like in a few seconds. You also have GitHub Codespaces. That is actually looks like a full-blown IDE tool, VS Code. And it's pretty much integrated with GitHub, which is great, right? In this case, you can see the answer. Claude knows a little bit about me. It knows I have a GitHub account, Treviso, and I have a repository called Python. And there are a few other tools there like Kaggle notebooks and so on. So the answer is a little bit different, except for the top choice, which is Google Colab. So now let me show you what that looks like. In this particular case, this particular notebook is intended for one of the classes that I teach, which is SIS 150. It's an introduction to programming type of course. And I have a very simple program. And the only objective here is to show you that you can enter code here. So let me modify it a little bit. Let's say that I'm going to assign 5 to variable A, then 10 to B. Then I'm going to add A plus B, and I'm going to put it in variable result, and then I'm going to print it, and that's 15, as you can see. So very simple example, but the only purpose here is to show you that you can go to colab.research.google.com and you can start using it to test your code, save your code, and do many other things. But then again, that's not the only tool, and you can play with it. You can see how it works with Google Drive. But then again, it is not the only tool, as I was saying. There is Replit, that is pretty good. I went to Replit recently, and I noticed that they've integrated a lot of AI within their tool. So it's a little bit different than a few years back. And you also see GitHub Codespaces, Kaggle, and so forth. But Google Colab seems to be very popular if you want to do online testing of your code. All right, then thank you very much for joining, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.